Yatra, as the BJP now has ended up accusing the Congress of appeasement politics and communalisation. They have now cited a picture of Rahul Gandhi with a burqa-clad girl during his Bharat Jodo Yatra. So BJP now ended up accusing Congress. They are calling out appeasement politics, also communalisation. They have released a picture of Rahul Gandhi with a girl who is clad in a burqa. And with that picture, they are claiming Congress's appeasement politics and communalisation. Of course, the narrative and the discourse is going down to this. We would have to get in a word by either the Congress party and the BJP on the kind of reactions that the Bharat Jodo Yatra, which is led by Rahul Gandhi, is really getting. However, this certain picture of Rahul Gandhi along with a girl who is dressed in a certain attire, of course, has got down to this kind of discourse. Now, the BJP is accusing the Congress and Rahul Gandhi of appeasement politics. A lot of reactions continue to come in when it comes to Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra. The narrative also has, gone south in a lot of ways where Rahul Gandhi has been accused of certain things. In this case, of course, this picture that's now been released by BJP claiming Rahul's appeasement politics has come to light. And that's the tweet that's been put out by C.T. Ravi of the BJP. And that, in fact, is something that is talking about Rahul along with a girl who is clad in a burqa. And along with that picture, they are talking about appeasement politics by the Gandhis. We'll try and get in a word on this story. We can see that C.T. Ravi has gone ahead and spoken about patronizing a controversial Christian pastor, because remember that entire meeting of Rahul Gandhi with the pastor had come to light, and how the BJP had ended up attacking Rahul Gandhi back then also. And now again, with this picture of Rahul Gandhi along with a girl who's clad in burqa, they are talking about how Gandhis are communal, and they also end up quoting fake Gandhis. That is what this tweet is reading. We are putting out that tweet for our viewers. This has been tweeted out by C.T. Ravi in this case, accusing the Gandhis of politicization and, of course, appeasement politics that is being played out in the name of the Bharat Jodo Yatra. That's the latest that we are bringing for our viewers when it comes to the kind of controversies that are happening when it comes to Rahul Gandhi's Yatra. You can see the picture also. We've just put out that picture. This is a little girl who is wearing a burqa and a hijab, and Rahul Gandhi is walking along with her. And this is the picture that's been cited by the BJP. My colleague Pallavi joins us on the broadcast. Pallavi, which way is this narrative headed?
There's a long way for hijab, forced girls and women are forced to wear that. We saw what happened in Iran, and we talk about women empowerment. And this picture is, of course, a part of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, which he's undertaking and which is going through Kerala. He has been facing a lot of criticism when he met an anti-Hindu kind of a Christian pastor a few days back.
Yes.
And now the latest picture which we have put out of him holding a hand of a young girl wearing a hijab, and this is being used by the BJP to make the point that this is a regressive mentality of the Congress party. They talk about women empowerment, but they are, by doing so, actually promoting and allowing the use of hijab even on young girls.
Okay. Pallavi, the fact that this matter is still in court, of course, there has been so much of debate that has happened ever since we've seen what is happening in Tehran, in the Iranian capital. Of course, the narrative and the comparison to Indian context is happening, come what may, even though the matter is sub judice. And this has been the politics at play when it comes to down south, whether it is Kerala or Karnataka, the situation remains the same.
In fact, in Karnataka, I remember when there was this outrage and many girl students were asked to take off the hijab at a school over there in Karnataka. The Congress party actually had come out in their support, saying it's a right of a woman to dress the way they want to. But this is a thin line. This is also a very grey area. In some cases, it's been seen as imposition. In some cases, the family thinks it's a kind of an empowerment. and you should not meddle with our religious sentiments. Congress has tried to take a safe line on that, often having to boomerang. And I think as we play out these pictures of him holding the hand of this young girl wearing a hijab, in the backdrop of what happened in Iran, this is considered to be indoctrination, which small children don't even know what they are made to do, because there is a kind of brainwashing which is taking place from within the society, from the immediate family. And therefore, the attack from Rahul Gandhi, from the BJP, we'll have to wait to see what reaction really comes in from the Congress party, because even as we speak, there's of course a press conference going on.
Pallavi, the essential point to note here is the matter that is in court right now is about a uniform dressing in schools and colleges when it comes to women who are clad in a hijab. However, BJP here trying to take this across, obviously the detractors would go ahead and say that this is also securing political brownie points when it comes to the kind of sentiments that have emanated out of Karnataka, and then targeting Rahul Gandhi and the Congress of appeasement politics.
Yeah, I mean, Congress in its defense, I think, will say this is a diversionary tactic by the BJP. And secondly, we can't control how people are going to be dressing and joining the yatra, because these are all impromptu people who join in. They said pretty much the same thing when Rahul Gandhi had a meeting with the pastor. But, in politics, it's all about perception. In politics, it's all about how you react and how the points are made against you. And the Bharat Jodo Yatra may have gathered eyeballs, but for many would say for all the wrong reasons. And this picture of Rahul Gandhi wearing a hijab, even as the matter is being heard in court, and there's a worldwide condemnation of women being forced to wear it in the name of religion and religious sentiments, I think this is going to put them on a little bit of a sticky wicket.
Is there a word from the Congress? In fact, Pallavi, stay on with me. We've got Ratan Sharda on the phone line to react to this controversy that is emanating. Mr. Sharda, how do you respond to what has been just tweeted out by the BJP, of course, with this picture of Rahul Gandhi with a little girl who's sporting a hijab?
Well, I understand BJP's reaction. Now do I want to react to somebody else's reaction? BJP has its own reasons for reacting the way it has, because it's a political battle between Congress and BJP. For me, I think as a political observer, Rahul Gandhi is not even aware what is unleashing. By very patronizingly holding a small girl in hijab with her hand, he is trying to pass a message that hijab is all right and it is good for girls. While for a small girl to be put into parda or hijab without even her assent or knowledge, actually is an oppression. Did she know what she's doing, and does he really believe in progressivism? Does he believe in liberalism? Does he believe in equality, gender equality, and the right of women to decide what they want to wear or not? So these are serious issues which I find him intellectually totally bereft of any idea. So when he gets into such a situation, it is a pity that he doesn't even know the social norms, the issues involved in patronizing these kind of people. This reminds me of the earliest patronizing of orthodox elements by the Congress from Mopla days onwards, when they patronized the worst orthodoxy instead of supporting the modern Muslims. We are still facing the same.
Mr. Sharda, explain to me, how is it patronizing? This is a little girl. I mean, had it not been the election time, probably this picture would have, and had it not been the hijab issue, why this nitpicking? Is it only to secure political brownie points in this case?
As I said, Rahul doesn't even know that he's, in fact, by this behavior, whether it is election or not election, he's supporting the orthodox elements. As I said, an adult woman I can understand. A small girl who doesn't even know, who has no right to what she wants to wear or what she decides, he is in fact supporting those orthodox elements. That is my view. That right from 1920s, Congress has always supported the orthodox 7th century mindset people and not supported modern Muslims. That is a bane of Indian secularism. That is a bane of Muslim
society. But Mr. Sharda, you just said that this is a very, very little girl who doesn't know what she wants or not. Of course, she's following her family's footstep. What is he supposed to do? I just want to understand what the argument is that the BJP is trying to make over here.
As I said, I don't even know what the BJP said. I am just saying what I feel. Okay,
all right. I'm so